Picture this: 50-foot whales swimming up to you in a little boat drifting in a lagoon, and they're communicating very clearly that they want you to scratch, pet, and even kiss them. It's truly an astonishing experience.
Welcome aboard. We are Pat, Alexa, and Gilligan the Fat Boat Cat. We still work and live aboard our 57-foot Nordhavn in Mexico. Follow us as we cruise, explore new cultures, appreciate the wonders, and work on our boat in exotic locations. We are Noeta with no ETA.
As we cruise and live on our boat in Mexico, we always try to get off the boat and make time to explore the wonders of this country. One of Mexico's most amazing wonders is the Pacific gray whale and its unique behaviors of observing and interacting with humans on the west coast of the Mexican Baja. In the 19th century, gray whales were hunted down and massacred in such large numbers that the population was almost completely wiped out within 50 years. When commercial whaling stopped in the 1940s, the whales' numbers began to rebound, and the lagoons of Mexico that once nearly saw the death of an entire species once again became the place where gray whales, 100% Mexican by birth, found refuge. The gray whales stop in these safe waters on their 2-month, non-stop, 6,000-mile journey from the Bering Sea in Alaska to give birth to 1,000-pound calves in Mexico. Gray whales migrate to the west coast of the Mexican Baja to Guerrero Negro, San Ignacio, and Magdalena Bay. They come here to give birth because of these regions' warm, salty, and shallow waters, which are protected from predators. Because these waters are so salty, the added buoyancy helps newborn whale calves while they learn to swim. The calves gain 60 to 70 pounds a day on their fat-rich milk that their mothers provide. The most amazing thing about these 30 to 40-ton whales and their offspring is that they appear to want to interact with humans. Francisco Pacheco Mayoral, a fisherman from San Ignacio, was the first person known to have experienced a close encounter with a friendly gray whale back in 1972. In the mid-1970s, a number of visitors to the lagoon also had encounters with grays who wanted to rub against their boats or play with their dinghies. Once word spread about the whale's behavior, scientists began to flock to the lagoon by 1980. Those whales that approached the boats, showing an apparent desire for human contact, soon became known as, quote, friendlies. Today, it is not unusual for a mother whale to physically nudge her calf towards a boatload of squealing humans like us, who are eager to pet or even kiss the baby whale. Whales have been known to spend hours in the company of humans by choice, and most encounters in the lagoons are incredible displays of gentleness and control on the part of the whales. The Mexican government issues permits to ecotourism businesses offering whale watching tours during the winter months. In order to protect the whales and decrease human interference with the whales' first arrive, access to the lagoons is not granted until January 1st each year. This gives the whales time to mate and give birth, while preventing potential human-whale accidents during the whales' very active mating season, and while the newborn calves are most vulnerable. The number of pangas and other tour boats are limited in both the total boats on the water at any given time, as well as by the total number of boats on the water each day. Rules regulate boat operator behavior too. For instance, no following the whales, no feeding them, no swimming with them, or purposefully trying to get in between the mother and the calf, of course, is not permitted. In Ojo de Liebre lagoon, where we visited, near the industrial town of Guerrero Negro, there can be up to 2,000 mothers and their 16-foot babies at the peak of the season after mid-February. Here, the mothers nurse and prepare their young for their long migration north. Our panga simply cruised about 10 minutes from shore, turned off the outboard motor, and waited. The whales could choose to visit or not. But soon, grays began to spy hop from a distance, checking us out. Within minutes, curious mamas and their babies approached the ponga. They came right up to us and swam under the boat. They turned to look us in the eye, and many seemed to enjoy being rubbed and scratched as we reached into the water. The best months for visiting these aquatic creatures is February and March, so be sure to make reservations as spots fill up quickly each year. As people who have a deep respect for animals and their environment, it is a fine line of when and how to interact with creatures in the wild. As guests in these whales' home, we feel that the Mexican authorities and the ecotour agencies in the lagoons do an excellent job of respecting these sanctuaries, and it is clear that these whales are doing exactly what they want to do. When they leave the lagoon and head north, they do not interact with humans again. They know these are refuges and perhaps use it as a teaching tool so their young can fulfill their curiosity, so they're not tempted to approach vessels once outside the lagoon. Whatever the reason for the interaction, they are clearly as curious about us as we are of them. Don Pacheco Mayoral, the original whale whisperer, is quoted as saying, "Whales were heavily hunted by humans, yet they are very friendly towards us and they forgive all the damage we did. That's why I have a lot of love and respect for them."